and welcome back to Rumor Has It Official. Let's get straight into talking all about 90 Day Fiance Happily Ever After. This is season 6, episode 15, and the title of this episode is Time Does Not Heal All Wounds. In this video, we will be talking all about Kalani and Asuelu, but before we get started, my besties, do your girl a big favor by giving this video a big thumbs up, share, subscribe, plus hit that bell so you will be notified on all future uploads coming out this week. And I do have my handy dandy phone here. I will be reading from my notes so that way I can stay on topic and get all these points out that I want to discuss in regards to this episode with these two. So how this episode basically starts off is Asuelu comes downstairs because it is the next morning after he had to kick his mom and sister out of the house. So he comes downstairs and he's looking all sad, and he is greeted by Kalani's mother. And she basically just wants to kind of do a check in to see how he's feeling after everything that transpired. He said that it was a disgrace in the way in which his mom and sister acted, and he was very saddened by the turnout. So, like I said, he shares his disappointment with having to kick his mom and sister out. Asuelu says that he feels frustrated and it makes him upset when his mother says that he doesn't care about her. Asuelu still wants a relationship with his mother, but says that he's done with Tammy and doesn't want to see her again. So on top of everything that is going on with Kalani's family, they will be selling the house. So that means that Kalani and Asuelu, it's time for them to grow up and get their own place for themselves and for their growing family. Because who knows if she might have another baby. She's saying she doesn't want another baby, but who knows? So it's time for them to basically spread their wings, because the mother expressed that I believe Kalani's father works in California, and the commute and him being away from family is just too much. It's hard on her as well. Kalani's mother being away from her husband. So she says she wants to move closer to her husband. She said not in California, but closer. So still would be distant. So they plan to sell that home. Asuelu says that Lisa and Lo are kicking them out. And I just thought that that was funny when he used the word kicking them out, because they're not kicking them out. They're selling the home. It's a difference. In the next scene, Asuelu goes and meets up with a friend to talk to him about everything that has been going on with him. He talks to him about the family dynamic right now, you know, some of the things that his mother has been saying about him, how they're not getting along with his wife. And I feel like I'm really not a fan of the advice that was given to him by his friend, because I feel as though when you're in America, things are different. Asuelu is not in Samoa. Him wanting to take care of his family and do certain things, I would say do what he can to show support and love to his family. If he wants to do that, fine. But I feel like everything that has transpired in the way in which his mom and sister have come at him in regards to wanting money and needing money and expecting him to give them money, it has been too much. But, you know, his friend just says, you know, it's the Samoan way, regardless to whatever, we have to love and respect our parents and, you know, send whatever we can. And so Asuelu gets very emotional. He's like, what am I supposed to do? Allow my kids, my family and my kids to starve or be homeless or go on the street begging for money because I'm giving this money over to my mom and not taking care of my household. So his friend basically was just like somewhat siding the mother and telling him that he needs to, no matter what, take care of his family because that's the Samoan way. And then he goes to say to Asuelu, have you ever thought about taking your family back to Samoa? Now that is what Asuelu feels is best, since all the stuff is happening and Kalani's parents are selling the home. Now he feels like, well, we don't have a home anyway, so we might as well go back to live in Samoa. So like I said, his friend plants a seed, and by the end of the conversation, he thinks that this is the best thing. This will solve all of their problems. In the next scene, Kalani and Asuelu have a talk at the park, and he mentions to Kalani the conversation that he had with his friend. Kalani says part of her wants to protect Asuelu from his mom and his sister. She wants to basically, if she had it her way, she wouldn't want them to have a relationship or be a part of their life. Asuelu ends up bringing up the fact that he wants Kalani to understand the Samoan way and that he wants them to move there, to actually live there. He's like, there's no bills. We wouldn't have to pay bills. We'll grow our own food and just all of this stuff, and you can learn how to be a Samoan woman, a real Samoan woman. And he really kind of goes back and forth. And so she's like, no, I'm a Samoan woman regardless to all of the stuff that you're saying. And so he's like, yeah, but you don't speak the language. He starts doing all of that. And he's like, I came to America. I changed for the good and the bad. And I stepped up as a husband and a father. You should be open, or you should be willing to move to Samoa. I don't even know if I'm saying it right, but I just thought it was just ludicrous. Like, what are you even talking about right now? I don't believe that she'll move there, but I think she was so tired of hearing him go on and on about this situation that she was like, she'll be open. They could go visit for a month or two, she said. And she said she'll be open to moving there. And I'm thinking to myself, no, there's no way she's going to want to separate from her family. Her parents, her family does a lot for her and for those boys. And I doubt that she would ever even go there, not even feeling comfortable. She doesn't get along with Asuelu's mother and his family. So I just don't see that life for Kalani. I don't see her making that change. But now I guess this is the next thing they are incorporating into their season. And they'll probably carry this along into season 7 of him wanting to go back to Samoa, him wanting them to visit, them actually probably going there to visit. They'll probably incorporate that because I don't know what else they'll have, like what other storyline that these two will end up having. So like I said, Asuelu says, you can live there without paying bills and you can grow your own food. And when Kalani says no, that's when he kind of does that whole spiel. I lived here for 3 years. And he says something along the lines of like, but what have you done? Yeah, he went there and she's like, you have to realize I'm American. My father is Samoan, so I'm half Samoan, but, I'm American. Your boys are American. Like, what are you even talking about right now? But he just was like rolling his neck and had a little attitude. So that's why I said you just got to be very careful, too, of the people that you confide in and the people that kind of plant certain seeds, especially for somebody like him. Because, like, not trying to be mean, he's like very immature and easily influenced. So I feel like, by his friend telling him that, now he's just running with that as that's the solution. That's going to solve all their problems. And no, that's not going to solve all their problems. And I think even with him kind of seeing who really is the problem, somehow in their conversations, he makes it seem as though Kalani is the problem. Like Kalani is not respecting his mom. And it's like, no, they don't respect Kalani. They came to this girl's parents' home and were very disrespectful from the very first time they walked in. Yeah, Asuelu's mother did speak, but wanting to, telling them I need you to give me money at the dinner table, like just rude, tacky, disrespectful. Tammy not even speaking or greeting Kalani and being cordial, saying things like, how much did this house cost? So let's really think about who's the problem here. And for him to even say that out of his mouth, she needs to learn how to respect his mom or get along with his mom. And it's like, she's never been disrespectful to his mother. But I'm very curious to know what your thoughts are on Kalani and Asuelu in that comment section down below. Give this video a big thumbs up, share, subscribe, plus hit that bell so you will be notified on all future uploads. And I will see you all in the next video. Peace.